So that's where they're going on the weekends. Oh, let me get this ticker going. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so we would like to welcome you to Fabric Chicks live on Wednesday, June 24th. I know we've kind of been gone and busy and overwhelmed and overloaded and all that good stuff. So Doris is at the rodeo today, so it's just me and Phyllis. So we're going to do the best we can to show you things. Devin might pop in to help with some panels, but he might not. You never know. Okay, let me get the comments. Welcome, Mary Lou and Jennifer and Victor and Brenda and Elaine and Chu and Cindy. Welcome everybody. It's so good to be back. It's kind of like a homecoming or a family reunion or something. To be back doing getting back to our regular schedule. Hey Sue. Yes, Jennifer, I can see you. I do not see Terracotta. So if Terracotta's on there, I do not see her, but I do see Jennifer today. Okay, so we're going to just well, here, I've got 3 freebies. So if anybody wants a cross-stitch felted waiting for Santa ornament, everything in the kit is in there. Somebody bought it from Walmart for a whole $1. So I've got 3 of these. So if you want the cow, just type in the cow. I've got 3 of them, okay? Thank you, Sue, for sharing and liking. We love it when you share and like. Let me get organized here. So if you guys want the cross stitch little ornament, I can write your name on it so it can go into your basket. So if you're new to watching, we're going to show you a bunch of items. Victor, we're going to show you a bunch of items. They have a, I got you, Riri. They'll have a number on them. You just put the number, type the number in and how many you want. So if you want multiples, you just put multiples. And I think Elaine is...
So that's 3.
That's 3. Okay, they're gone. Sometimes you have to be quick typers. Hey, Stephanie, it's really good to see you. Okay, so that's the 3 cow freebies. Don't worry, we got more freebies. So we are totally, hey, cutie dancer. We're totally cleaning house, like big time. So I just took a whole truckload of stuff. That's why I'm all like hot and sweaty. I took a whole truckload of stuff to the barn, trying to organize the Quilt Show Reno stuff and our regular show stuff that we're gonna need in next month. And I'm trying to be a little bit more organized in my life. And if you know me, that is really hard because we have so much stuff. Hey, Joy. You know what, Joy? It was super fun getting to know your friends. Okay, so I'm going to show you panels. And the first ones I show you, we have lots of. Hey, Candy and Jackie. The first ones I show you, the bolts just came in. So we have lots of those. Hey, Erin. Yeah, one step at a time for sure. Hi, Karen. Okay, so we're going to show you, everything we show you is going to have a number. So most of it we have enough for everybody, but we are doing some clearance stuff, and then we will have some auctions. So we'll make sure if you have any questions, just let us know. One of our regulars will type in the answers for you if I miss it, because sometimes they come too fast for me to see. Well, I'm too busy talking or something. So I'm going to pop up this. Let me put this one on real quick. Hopefully I can Oh, Tina, we've been having problems with Facebook. Everybody's been having problems with Facebook. I'm not really sure what's going on with Facebook. Okay, so S148 for the kitty cat lovers in you. I'm just going to kind of hold it up since it's just me today. Um, so that is kind of a close up of the kitty panel, but a lot of bright, fun colors. I'll step back a little bit so you can kind of see the whole thing. And so if you're new to watching and you want to get this kitty cat panel, it's S148 for $11. S148 for $11. And I want to say that it is, yeah, Tex. So you know it's quality fabric. And then we have another kitty cat to get ready for fall. And I do think this one's Tex too. I do think that Phyllis is going to need this one because it looks just like her kitty mat. Okay, let's see. S147 is $11, and orange is her favorite color. S147, super cute. I know if you are a kitty lover, you've had a cat that looks like these at one point in your life. But look at that cute one on the little pumpkin patch. So you could make pillows out of these. You could make a fall quilt. You could make little flags. You could make placemats if you wanted. Lots of fun things you could do with those. So cute little kitty S147. S147. Hey, Anita, it's good to see you 2 weeks in a row. Gosh, I haven't seen you in like 15 years. Okay, we do have, this is a clearance bolt, and I do have a panel. They're not the same line exactly. They are the same company, Quilting Treasures, but I do think they go hand in hand together. So the panel is S122 for $7, S122 for $7, and that is Noah's Ark. So just in case you guys remember the Moses basket that we had full of vintage hankies at Christmas time, and I called it the Moses basket because it was like about this big, and somebody said I was mistaken. It was Noah and his ark. Uh, this is what Noah's Ark looks like, okay? Just so you know.
You didn't go to Sunday school.
Yeah, I did. They didn't. Whoever corrected me didn't go to Sunday school. Moses' basket is a small basket that a little baby fit in. Noah's Ark held all of these, including the sloths. Look at how cute the little sloths are. So S122 is $7. S122 is $7. And then this is, I'm going to hold it up so you can see it because it's not from the same collection, but I think it does go with it. So S123 is $7 a yard. It's a good stripe. So this is the panel, and then this is the go with it fabric, S123. S123. Hey, Miss Wiggins, how are you? S123. Hey, Lynn, how's your husband? How are you surviving having to take care of him? Okay, let's see. The Reno Quilt Show was amazing. I hope you made a ton of money. Donna Baker, I hope we made a ton of money too. We actually have been so sick that we have not done much of anything, including like looking at anything. So we really have no idea how we did, but in our hearts, we feel like we did pretty damn amazing, considering it was our first time to run an event of that scale. So there's a lot of things we're going to be tweaking and doing different. So make sure you plan on coming early. Wednesday, we're going to do a huge kickoff charity welcome event. So make sure that you plan on staying at the hotel Wednesday night because there could be liquor involved. I'm not sure. I mean, you guys somehow managed to bring liquor to the bingo Quilto night. So we've got a lot of plans, and we just hope to make it better and better. Okay, let's see. I think I've hit everybody's comments. If not, let me know. I only have one of these left that I could find. So we're going to, oh, there, look at, here comes Devin. Gosh, I could have used you 5 seconds ago when I was holding up panels. Yeah, that's unfortunate for sure. Okay, so this is Little Red Riding Hood. It's by Riley Blake. So this is kind of one of those quiet books, and I only found one of them. This is, well, there's an axe in there, I guess to protect the front door. Who knows? But you've got Little Red Riding Hood here. Let me go up a little bit so you can see it. So you got Grandma's bed. You've got some quilts for Grandma. And then you've got the dining room table. And then we made a bag to hold all of the pieces. And this is S120 for $20. So it's got a billion more quilts, some mushrooms, some fox. Family is forever. Some some woodland animals. There's cute little grandma. Oh, look at how cute grandpa is, or dad, or I don't know, the woodsman. So all of these fun little toys to play with as a quiet book. We did put kind of a heavyweight interfacing in them, and then I don't think it's a wool, but it might be a wool blend. But it could be a really nice quality felt also. I don't know. Karen put it together for me. So all of these come in it. We have one left, S120. Oops, I flipped the camera around. S120 is $20. S120 is $20. And I think we have one of these left. So this is a fun one. If you've got a grandkid coming to stay with you for the summer, or, a couple of days or whatnot, this is a perfect project. I used to pay the kids to cut out all of these samples for me when they were little. Sometimes they'd be missing fingers or something, but it kept them out of my hair. Okay, let's see. You got overtired, but your cover up was amazing. Oh yeah, that is true. Little Red Riding Hood had a woodsman, which equals the axe. Yes, very true. That Donna, when you are, we literally didn't have enough extension cords because we had to lay all the cords to the sewing machines. And when I say we, I mean Devin mostly, but I was there for moral support at 2 o'clock in the morning on Monday, Tuesday, maybe. Because we didn't have enough 3-prong. We had a bucket full of 2-prong extension cords. So we had to run to Walmart, get more at like 10 o'clock at night. And when I say it's the ghetto, like going to the ghetto would have been safer, I think. And of course, we're in a U-Haul truck. So we got this big old U-Haul truck. So we got to park out further. But then, of course, I found one spot, like at the very first spot. So we went there. So then security kept circling us. And but anyways, we got the extension cords. We got the classrooms all set up. But I think we were running on adrenaline and 4 hours of sleep for 7 days. So when we got home, our bodies literally just kind of shut down. So it's taken us about 10 days to kind of finally feel like humans again, like to be in control of our bodies again. So it's kind of a lesson learned that you really do need more than 4 hours a night sleep. But if you're doing the Trash to Treasures challenge, and I'm going to just show you because Donna Baker's on here, I'm going to show you her entry for the Trash to Treasures. I don't even know if she knows. Oh, look we're going to have to iron your ribbon. You did win a ribbon, I'm assuming, because it's pinned to your project. So we bedazzled some ribbons. Ooh, we're going to have to iron this. It did not make it back to the shop safely. But this is what Donna did with her Trash to Treasures junk bag. So if you're not familiar with the Trash to Treasures junk, let me show you a couple more. Well, this was another one that was turned in. So you can really do anything with the stuff that we give you. We give you a bag. Well, you buy a bag for like, I think this year they put it up to $13. So you buy a bag of junk, which looks something like this. And it's got embellishments. It's got some fabric in there, some ribbons, some upholstery fabrics. You have to use 5 things out of this junk bag. 1 year Phyllis won. So their prices are pretty good. They're $200 for first place to Fabric Chicks, $100 for second, $50 for third place. And what did you win for your sewing machine cover?
I think it was second or third.
Yeah.
Place.
Yeah. So she did a sewing machine cover out of heavyweight interfacing, and then she just ironed some fabric on, and then she just put all this junk on it, and she won money for that. So anyways, if you want to start early, we've got a few of them. I think we've got about 10 of these already bundled up. So if you want to start early on your trash to treasures for 2027, you can purchase them now. S124 is $13. S124 is $13, and it's going to look very much like this. There's some charms in there, but you just never know. All the bags are different. So if you want to join the trash, I think Joy, one of Joy's friends, won the Trash to Treasures. I think she might have won the $200 one. I'm not sure. I'm not sure because at this point I don't trust my memory for anything. But I think she might. Oh, Devin, can you help me hold up a quilt real quick? Oh, he's loving coming back down the stairs. Okay, Donna. Sometimes, Donna, I have to go back and look. Gracie did not write down who the winners were, so I have to go back and look at my I have to go back and look at our photos so I can figure out who has the first place, second place, and third place awards. Okay, can you answer those? I don't know what that is. Okay, so we do have the 2 best sellers at the show. If you're texting to register, just leave us your info and we'll call you in the morning. But you can definitely comment and order things. So we had 2 or 3 best sellers at the show. The bear pooping in the woods is by far our best seller, has been since January. We reordered. The last time we ordered everything that they had, mostly because I don't like competition and I don't want anybody else having it. So this is the bear pooping in the woods. Do you want to hold that up? I'm going to get the quilt. This is the panel, and you have to go up and down, up and down. Like here, you can look right here. You have to like film yourself, okay? So you can go up.
Today, Junior Flip.
Okay.
You should have unmirrored it. You know what I mean?
I don't know how to do that.
I don't know, but you see how like you go left and it goes right in the screen?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to figure out how to work with that, okay? I'm not techie, and I'm doing this solo, okay? Maybe you should be my videographer.
I don't get paid enough.
Okay, so this is the quilt that we did. So this panel is S119. You want to get real close so they can see it up. 119. 119. Did you know that I quilted the outside of the bag? What place the competition was amazing. So winning anything is exciting. Last year I got the goat. Well, this year we didn't even do the goat because Doris made us these fantastic upcycled ribbons. So Doris took all of her kids' ribbons from 4-H and FFA. She took them apart and put them together, and then Lynn took them home and bedazzled them for us. So this is the quilt. This is the quilt, Junior Flip.
I'm just trying to figure out what it is.
Ice water.
It's not ice water.
So this is the quilt here. You probably can't see it too good because we're not that good at filming ourselves. So this is, here, I'm going to show you up close. This is what the quilt looks like. And it is, do you know how big that is, Devin? And we don't have any patterns left, but we will order them because I did find another kit. Is that upside down? Yeah. Okay. So I don't know if you guys can see that, but it's using all the blocks. That was our #1 seller. We sold out at the show. And when we were putting stuff away here at the shop, we did see that we had 3 more kits. So one lady's already called from the show to make sure she got one. So 118. I'm back. 58 by 72. 58 by 72 ish, Devin says. S18 S118 is $134. That includes the pattern, everything for the quilt top, and the binding. So you do need backing. Devin's going to be really excited when we sell out of this because he's already claimed this quilt for himself. And we sold out of it once, but then we were able to reorder it. So we had to give it back to the company. So he is waiting for this for sure. So we only have 3 of those kits left. So I want to make sure you guys have first dibs on that. And then this is, if you follow us on Facebook and YouTube, Remy, Gracie's dog, although Gracie moved in with a boyfriend, then she broke up with the boyfriend, moved back, but she's still not claiming her damn dog. So apparently the dog is now mine. But when she was a puppy, she ate the foot off of my chicken. So this chicken has been sitting upstairs on the mending pile, waiting for a new foot. So the other night I couldn't sleep because I've been taking so many naps. So I just whipped up. It literally took me like 5 minutes to fix it. So now I have a sample to put back in my booth. This is one of our really popular patterns. We do sell a lot of them. It is a furry chicken, but you can do it with just regular fabric if you don't want it to be quite so crazy. But I feel like if you're going to have a chicken purse, you might as well go crazy. In the pattern, it's a pattern by Eleanor Peace Bailey. It also has a raven, a crow, an old lady, and a chicken. So 3 different bags, patterns, the raven or crow, the old lady, and the chicken. So S146 is $12. This is a really pretty easy pattern to do. I made the sample, so if I can make it, any of you can make it. And I'll post it. We had one customer at the show who had a brown chicken. So I wish I'd had this done so that they could meet. So if you need a chicken, S146 is the pattern. I've never done the crow, but I think that's on my to-do list next. Okay, that is that. S146. Let's see. If you're texting me right now, no, I do not. Do you have? Oh yeah. Terracotta said hello. Do you have terracottas over there?
Yeah.
Terracotta, you're really live today. It's so exciting. Okay, let's see. Welcome everybody. If you've never joined us, you can register later. We're kind of a very laid back afternoon entertainment, I guess. But you can, if you want to purchase something, it's just us. So you can text the number that is scrolling on the bottom of the screen, and then tomorrow we'll call you for all of your information. So you can just type in S is you committing to buying it, and then whatever the number is, and then how many of them you would like. And some of them are limited. So Phyllis is over there writing it down. So we do, if it's limited, it goes to the first person that comments. Hey, Suzette, who was the winner of the Trash to Treasures at the Quilt Show? Emily, I'm not super positive, even though I announced it. But like the Quilt Show really is kind of a blur for me. Like literally, I don't know. We definitely have to get more than 4 hours of sleep for 7 days straight. But I think Joy, wasn't your girlfriend? Didn't she win the first place? Well, follow us on Quilt Show Reno. I will be going back. I have to go back and look at the video and the pictures so that I can see who won first place, because I honestly have no idea. And we gave them their gift certificates, but we didn't write down their information. And usually we put it on their slip, the first place, second place, and third place. But I think that it was so crazy because we were doing so many events at that last minute. Are you leaving, Devin? Wow.
She sent us a bill.
Who sent us a bill? Okay. All right. So if you have any questions, just type them in. Ravens are kind of like the in thing right now. And I know if you were at the Reno show, you probably saw that big raven that was in our booth. That is on order again. So we don't have that, but I did find more of the smaller raven. So some of you already have this smaller raven, but just in case you don't, and I know it's kind of a crazy price point because we're used to panels being kind of the same, you know, average price. But this is a smaller panel. It's custom printed images and artwork on 100% quilting quality fabrics. It is 20.5 inches by 20.5 inches. It's done by Focus on Fabric. You can use it for placemats and runners, frame and hanging art, throw pillows, tote bags, quilts, thread painting, fiber arts, anything your heart desires. The artwork is amazing. S121. S121. So I think I'm going to use some of the silks and different fun fabrics that we got from Pamela, the Treasures of the Gypsy. I'm going to use some of that to do some patchwork around him and then have him as the center of a wall hanging. And then maybe a little bit of thread painting with him. But the artwork is so beautiful. The other one, the larger one, that one I want to cut out and then put onto a canvas or something and do a lot of thread painting. But S121 is $19. S121 is $19. Lynn, I believe I sold the last pattern for the bear kit this morning. Somebody called from the show and I had one pinned up on the wall. But I do have a kit that I stole the pattern out of, so I'll be ordering more. So can you just put on there, Lynn Bonner wants the bear pattern? And then tomorrow I'll look at ordering more. We should be able to get more. Hey, Dana, welcome. Oh, so Dana, okay, Dana won director's choice for the fidget pillow. So we had a lot more ribbons this year because Doris and Lynn made them. So the first three, Joy's girlfriend was one of them, but I'm not sure who the other two were. I think Candy might have had one of the director's choice ribbons. I'm honestly not sure. We have to go back and look. I that was one. There was a lot of things that we'll do differently next year, but we will have somebody in charge of everything happening over at the stage. But part of the problem, well, it's not a problem. Well, it is, but is that we count up and tally all of the trash to treasures like at 1:30 or 2 o'clock on Saturday, and then we announce the winners. So it happens very fast. So it's not like we can take it to a back room and do it very organized. And you know, we should take it to a back room, photograph the first place, second place, third place. So if you are watching and you did do a trash to treasures, I'm not even sure if we've got, I'm sure that my people took photos, but I'm not sure. So if you want, send me a photo or post it in one of the comments on the Quilt Show Reno. I'll do a post for the trash to treasures. Okay, so if you love ravens, here is a great fabric. S141. S141 is $14. S141 is $14. And that's just a fun all over kind of raven skulls. I would say it's not necessarily Halloween. It has a little bit of a fall feel to it, sort of, with the sunflowers. A little bit spooky with the skulls and spider webs, but the owls and the butterflies, it's just a different feel. So S141 is $14. S141 is $14. 141 is $14. And then we have this steampunk. So a lot of you got the bigger panel. I'll show you the bigger panel first because we got this one in first. I hope I don't make you all dizzy going back and forth with the camera. S57 is $16.95. This is the big panel. So I'm going to get kind of up close so you can see the detail. This is the big panel. And it's a great guy quilt, but really it's a great anybody quilt. So this is the large panel. S57 is $16.95. S57 is $16.95. And then we just got in, so none of you have this one. These are smaller, what they call the pillow blocks. S58, although I think they would look great around the big one. I would do it. The artwork is so beautiful. I would do a big quilt with this. S58 is $14.95. And here, I'm gonna, if I do it this way, maybe I can see what I'm doing. Someday Devin will mirror my image for me. Okay, so here is the giraffe. She's super beautiful. And then the elephant and the owl. And then the bear and the zebra and the peacock. So the artwork is just pretty spectacular on this. S58 is $14.95. 58. Brenda says she has both and they're beautiful. Yeah, for sure. For sure. And then here are some of the go with it fabrics. So we have, let me see now that I'm, oh, I forgot to turn on the light too. S117. S117 is kind of world maps. And here, I'm going to see if, let me see if I turn on the light on this, if you guys like it better. Whoopsie. Maybe, definite maybe. It does not want to go into the, okay, let's see. Power on. Well, I don't know if that makes a difference. Okay, perfect. S117 is $13 a yard. I didn't do a collection because most of this wasn't even cut from the show. So S117 is $13 a yard. S116 is $13 a yard. 116 is $13 a yard. S115, this one is fantastic. This we have reordered, even if you're not using it with the steampunk panel. This just is very rich and has some great colors to it. S115 is $13 a yard. S114 is just a great kind of a blender. And then for gears, S113, and I'll show you this one later because I think I got to take it apart. S111 is more gears, kind of a Celtic-y pattern. S111. Yes. There you go. Is that better, Brenda? I didn't even see it on there. S111, S59, S59 is a great kind of a mottled gray. Kind of looks like cement a little bit. S59. And then S112 is a border print. S112 is, I'm going to just flip this around so we can show it to you because it changes. So you've got octopus and you've got 4 repeats. So you could do the 60-degree ruler with this. Kind of looks like fish bowls. Just another fun one. And that is S112. And a lot of you have most of these fabrics if you ordered it the first time we showed it. We just got a couple more go with it because it was so popular, and we got the second panel. So that is that steampunk collection. Real quick, I forgot to show you the jelly roll for the raven fabric. And I was shocked at how expensive jelly rolls have become. So S142 is $50. 142 is $50. And I'm going to find some really classic Fabric Chicks crappy scissors to open this up. I think I have to order another one for myself because it looks so fun. And this is Robert Kaufman. But if you're into Halloween, but I know I shouldn't say this, but how many Halloween quilts can a girl have? But apparently a lot. So you've got I'll put it down close so you can kind of see it real quick as I flip through it. S142. Cute little butterflies and ravens and purples and pinks and greens and that's what it looks like. It goes with that one fabric, raven fabric that I showed you earlier. S152 is $50. S152 is $50. Just think how long it would take you to cut a jelly roll and how long it would, well, it'd be a lot more expensive because you'd have to buy like quarter yards, although a lot of shops aren't even selling quarter yards anymore. S142 is $50. S142 is $50. And then we are clearancing out this kit just because, oh my God, in Canada, jelly rolls are $70. It is so crazy. The price of fabric is insane. The price of everything. I mean, thank God Doris brings me my eggs for free. Okay, S56, the pattern is $9. So this is good for any pattern. So you could put those cat patterns in there. They have a wall hanging size, and then they have a queen size. So you have the option to make it smaller or larger. I'm going to show you the smaller size because that's what we have the kit for. And the kit that we have was originally $78.95, but we are clearancing it out for $59.95. And it's going to look just like this. I'm going to show you though, because we do have the sample. And you think we just did a big show. We should have some empty space on our shelves. But I've been unpacking and I don't know, but I think everything was breeding while we were gone because there's more of everything here. So this is the quilt. It's kind of a fun, I mean, it could go female or male, but it's hard to find a good man quilt. And so I think this is a great one. Let me see. I'm going to pull it up so you can kind of see the whole thing. Maybe. I know we're going to have to find more of you that live in town to come help with the lives. I mean, not really come and help, but come here and so you can be the first to bid. But then if you were helpful, that would be great. Okay, so that is that. The whole kit is $59.95, $59.95, and it's an easy, like a fast quilt for you to do. And it does have some silver metallic in it, which is kind of fun. The panel has the silver metallic also. So all you need is the backing. S55 is $59.95. S55 is $59.95. And then we have a couple of these because I got a phone call. Somebody needed this. Oh, I forgot to show my jacket. I have a shirt that I made with this one on the back. I'll post a photo in Fabric Chick Stitch Along. I wore it on Thursday, I believe, of the show. It really turned out kind of really fun. So S137 is $895. 137 is $895. If you don't know what this is, I did a demo on it not too long ago. These are like my new favorite fun thing to do. It has actually a pressing sheet that the artwork is on. So you just pull it right out of the bag. You find a shirt or a tote bag or a quilt fabric that you want to put the design on. And then you literally, you can feel the bumpy side. This is what you lay onto the right side of your fabric or the outside of your jacket or shirt. And then you put this down like this on wherever you want it. And then you just put your iron on it and just iron right on top of this thing. And then save this because you can use this as a pressing sheet for the rest of your life. Um, and for me, I just wanted to make sure that I had it good and hot so it transferred. And so I would just pick it up a little bit at a time to make sure it had got everything had gotten hot, especially when you have these little flyaways. So this one is S137. So you have S137 for $8.95. S137 for $8.95. S137 for $8.95. And then we have, thank you, Terracotta. Oh my gosh, I wish you hadn't gotten sick. I missed having you down on at the show. Okay, here's a tiny little horse. If you want just a little one, you could put this like on a mug rug. Peggy said she's washed them up and they wash up beautifully. So S138 is just a little one. Let me see here. Like about 4 inches by 4 inches ish. S138. S138. And then here's some more small horses. They're about 4 inches. The sheet is S139 for $8.95, but you got some rainbow, kind of remind me of My Pretty Little Pony. Uh, well, My Little Pony. And then you've got some more realistic ones. So if you wanted to put them on mug rugs, I think they'd be cute on mug rugs, or on a little wall hanging quilt. You could do some patchwork around them. S139 is $8.95. 139 is $8.95. And then this one might be my new favorite one, just because I love Halloween. S140 is $8.95, and these are cute little witches. So cute little witches. I don't know what we would do with them, but we've got to figure out some fun project for these. Look at how they like all have attitude. Um, S140 is $8.95. 140 is $8.95. We have a bunch more, I think, but I don't know. I haven't unpacked them yet. So we're almost unpacked. I think by next Wednesday, we'll be able to breathe again. But I've been staying up till like 3 o'clock in the morning, long arming, because now I'm behind on long arming. Did you sell out on your decals at the show? There was always somebody looking in that basket. I know, Suzette. I'm trying to find this basket, but I have not found the basket yet. I have no idea if it got pulled out, if it got put on top of something, but I have not seen it. And I think we're pretty much done with buckets. But that was like the best seller. Thank God we had those at the shows because they bought more of that than they did fabric. Okay, here is, I think that we cut these for kits, but somebody didn't count right, so they cut way too many. So we have a bunch of these cut at a 1/4 yard. So it's about 10 inches by 44 inches. This is the hand woven by Moda. So it's the same on both sides. It's that really good feel. I've used this in several quilts. I almost saved it for myself, but I'm really trying to share the wealth and not drown in well, if you've been to the shop, you know that we now have a pod in the parking lot for our overflow. So we're doing these a 1/4 yard of there. It's not linen, but it kind of has a linen-y feel. It's called the Woven by Moda. S143, we're doing a 1/4 yard for $3 or 4 for $10. So kind of first come, first serve. A 1/4 yard for $3, and they're really about 10 inches. I believe I measured one of them. 11. This one's 11 inches. So a 1/4 yard for $3 or 4 for $10. So that's a yard of it for $10. And I love the feel of this. I do use it quite a bit in different things. And then let's see. I got some Americana panels, and then we have auctions. And the auctions, there's some pretty good auctions today. Although I don't know how long me and Doris can hold, or me and Phyllis can hold this together. Okay, S136 is $4. And of these Americana ones, I am not sure how many we have. I just found a pile of them. So I just quickly went through at the last minute and pulled some of them in case you're doing something for 4th of July. But these would be great for like banners on your front porch. 136 is $4. My home sweet home. My home sweet home. And it's just kind of the size, I would say, of a fat quarter. My home sweet home. You could put this in the center of a quilt if you wanted, or you could just turn it into a pillow. Put rickrack around the outside edge and turn it into a pillow. S136 is $4. 136 is $4. 135 is $4. And it says Land of the Free. Uh-oh, I think I'm frozen. Land of the Free. So you've got Land of the Free. S135 is $4. 135 is $4. 134 is $14. 134 is $14. This is a big panel, and it says God bless the USA. We have used a lot of these in the veterans quilts. And I haven't posted the veterans ceremony, but that was my favorite part of Quilt Show Reno. If you did not get to see it, you want to make sure you do next year. Doris's mom, who's 91, came up from Nevada City, and she had 47 quilts that were given to the active military that are getting ready for deployment. So in 2012, Ina made, I don't even know how many quilts they made. Every time we had a deployment out of northern Nevada, I mean, at one point they even flew. They live in Nevada City, is a very small town. They were getting ready to deploy, and they couldn't arrange a pickup, so they like flew like a military helicopter from Carson City to Nevada City and like landed in like a Burger King parking lot or something downtown to pick up the quilts. So the stories that group shared was really incredible, because we do a lot with the veterans, which is incredible in itself, but to hear what we're doing for the active military, we sometimes kind of forget about them. So it was great. The ceremony was great to see everybody being acknowledged, and the quilters being acknowledged, and the guys who one of the guys who is now a colonel, he accepted the 47 quilts, and he got back like 20 years ago, he got some of Ina's first quilts, and he still has them in his house today. He and three other guys, I think, drove up from Hawthorne. They were doing training exercises down in Hawthorne. Drove up to pick up the quilts. So they literally drove 8 hours just to pick up her quilts. So the whole thing was super touching. I think we have it on video. So when we get around to it, we'll post it on all of our social media. Anyhow, this one is S134. S134 for $14. Oh, Karen, I love to hear that. It really, I mean, I love anytime we do the veteran ceremonies. I do love them. It's very bizarre because as quilters, we've been quilting for veterans for 18 years, but usually somebody comes into the shop and picks them up and takes them. So we're not too involved in the presentation. But Devin and I got invited to the Carson Valley Inn right up the street last year when they did the Combat Veterans Motorcycle Association ceremony. And they're really focusing on making sure that all the Vietnam veterans are presented with these quilts. And so they presented the quilts, and then every big burly motorcycle guy in these leather jackets, and like I'd be kind of afraid to run into them in a bar, especially a whole room full of them. But they all got up and lined up and welcomed them home and hugged them, and it was one of the most touching experiences of Devin and my life. It really was fantastic. So it's kind of nice that we're trying to include some presentations for the quilters so that you guys can see how much it really is appreciated. Because sometimes we just think, oh, it's another quilt, you know. I mean, we have piles of them in our houses, but it's very special for others. S144 is $4, and these were supposed to be tea towels, but to me, it's Riley Blake, but it's not the right absorbency texture for towels, I don't think. So maybe they're like pretty towels or something. I would just applique something on this and turn it into a flag or a pillow. But God Bless America S144 is $4. 144 was $4. And 132 is from that same panel, Sweet Land of Liberty. So we did cut some of the panels apart and sell them individually because some people only wanted certain parts of them. So these, I think, are left over from when we did that S132. Who knows around here? There's piles of things everywhere. Here's another small one, S131 for $4. God Bless America, Land That I Love. And that is 131. 131. And then this is one, I wish we had the sample still, but we cut these out and then we just scrappy log cabined around them and then sewed them back together for some veterans quilts. S130 is $14, but it's a great way to use up your scraps. You could make little pillows, like a bowl full of pillows with them. You could add rickrack around them. There's a lot of fun things you could do with them. S130 is $14. S130 is $14. And we didn't realize we did on Friday we did the veterans ceremony in the afternoon. But Doris and Donna and a bunch of the ladies, Thursday night when we were doing Quilto Bingo, they stayed behind and they got red carnations and they wrapped them with tape and things so we could put corsages in them. And then Friday morning at the entry into the show, we gave out corsages to anybody who has helped with veterans quilts. It is crazy how many people didn't even know how they could help with veterans quilts. So we did a flyer, and you do not have to do a whole quilt. You can literally do 9.5-inch unfinished blocks, red, white, blue, gold, whatever combination you want, just star blocks, 9.5 inches unfinished, and send them to Fabric Chicks, and we will, if we get them before December 31st, we will take all of those and put them into quilts. So it just helps. We have a core group of women that come into Fabric Chicks. So like Marianne came in this afternoon and I had one quilt quilted for her. And then I had some 5-inch squares that Mary Mintz had cut from scraps. So I sent those home with Marianne so that she can work on getting quilt tops done. She usually brings me one quilt top a week, and I usually give her one quilt that's quilted for her to put the binding on a week. So we've kind of got a good core system with the gals that are local here, which is how we're able to do so many. I think last year we did about 70. Some years we do 120. It just kind of depends because life kind of gets in the way. But our goal is to make sure that every veteran gets a quilt, because it even for us as quilters, we don't always acknowledge our spouses or our siblings because we've already given them a bear quilt or we've already given them a quilt. But it's the recognition at the ceremony that is literally priceless. And you'll see that when I post the video. All the people standing up receiving quilts. I mean, the tears and the stories that come after that is incredible. So it's one of my favorite. It's just a great thing to participate in. Okay, so that's enough of that little lecture. S133 is $4, and it's a cute little flag. S133 at 9.5. So Sue, 9.5 unfinished blocks so that when we put them into the quilt, they'll be 9 inches. And I know we'll get them and they'll be all sizes because that's how it goes when everybody's sewing. So just try to get about 9.5 inch unfinished. If we have to, we can square it up. We can add a little small border. The ladies that put them together, they're pretty creative. So just any 9.5 unfinished block. So it finishes at 9 inches would be the easiest. And I just pulled that out of my head really very quickly, S133, really very quickly because I I just felt that if you had some guidelines, it wouldn't be overwhelming. Like if we said, oh, put together a quilt that's 65 by 75, that's like a daunting thing. But anybody can sit down one evening and sew 1 or 2 or 5 blocks. I mean, you could take a background fabric that's 9.5 inches, put a star on it, and just applique that star on. That would be great. So you can get as complicated as you want or as easy as you want. Okay, perfect. Elaine, I'll figure that out. You got that? Okay, perfect. S129 is $14. And this gives you, these would be like perfect placemat sizes, I think. If you wanted to eat on a flag, they'd be perfect placemat sizes. You have 4 of them, S129. S129 is $14. S129 is $14. And then this is, I believe, oh, this one, I only could find one. That's not to say that there isn't more when we clean up tomorrow to fill orders, but I definitely have the one I'm showing you. And this one is really pretty. It's Riley Blake. S128 is $15. S128 is $15. And it's a big patchworky panel. So this would be a great in the middle of a quilt or just a wall hanging with itself. S128 is $15. And that's just a great big flag, Americana flag. And this is the one that we've cut apart. So these were supposed to be tea towels, but I don't personally like the absorbency. S127 is $15. S127, and I'm not sure how many we have. I know I have the one that I'm holding. S127 is $15. So you've got all the 3 that I showed you already that we have individually. Land That I Love, Sweet Land of Liberty. This one, though, we did not have cut individually. So this one with the Dresden plate is kind of only on the thing with all of them. So S127. S127 is $15. It's ginormous. It's 4 big towels. And then we have some clearance fabric. So this is what I would call crafty quality. I would decorate with it. I wouldn't necessarily use it as a backing fabric. Although one of my very dear friends did buy a 3-yard piece of this somewhere else to donate to our Quilts for Veterans cause. And then when she got it, she realized it was crappy. Crafty. So I want you to know, I personally would not put this on the back of a quilt. It's kind of that rough texture, but it's not horrible. It's not horrible, but it's not what I would want to give to our veterans. So I would decorate with it. And this is wide back, so it's 108 wide. So basically we're selling it at less than cost. S125 is $12 a yard. S125 is $12 a yard. It would be great for a big bow or, like those garland thing. I don't know what those garland things are called. What do they call those things they put out like on porches? Those like,
Forgot.
yeah, I forgot too.
You can make a tablecloth with it.
Oh yeah, tablecloth would be perfect. Tablecloth would be perfect. And then S126. S126 is a bigger star. S126. And A wide back, you're basically getting 2.5 yards of fabric. So basically, it's like probably less than $5 a yard. Technically, less than $5 a yard. S126. Yeah, bunting. Good job, Sharon. Sharon, you just won. You can pick what quilt pattern you want. Sharon, we need all the help we can get. We've got you can have the courthouse steps or the Irish chain pattern. I'll throw that in your basket for helping us out. We need all the help we can get. Oh, good job. Whichever one Sharon doesn't want, Elaine will give it to you because bunting was the exact word we couldn't come up with. S126. S126. And then that's it for our regular sale. But we do have some auctions. So if you've never joined our auctions before, prepare to be amazed.
Sharon wants the red one.
Okay. The red one is 125. Okay, so if you've never joined our auctions, we're going to show you something, and you just put in what you're willing to pay. And then people will bid against you. It's kind of crazy. But if you have questions, just type it in, and one of us will answer it for you, okay? So this is S160. S160 is 23 8x8 blocks. So somebody's already cut out all of these blocks for you. So you've got all these little space, cute little boy quilt. You've got 23 8x8 blocks. You've got 23 8x8 blocks. S160, the auction is starting at $6. And I'm not sure if you, Tina, do you have Tina on YouTube?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. So if you're new to watching, we, a lot of our customers have put into their trusts for us to go clean out their sewing rooms because their kids are going to just take it to the dumps. So a lot of the stuff that we auction is just stuff that we have inherited, and we're trying to keep it out of the landfill. So S160 is at $7. Sharon's at $7. Sharon, did you say if you wanted the courthouse step patterns? So it's a cute little pattern here. Courthouse or the Irish chain. We got
The red one.
the red one.
That means those courthouse steps.
Oh, okay. I thought she meant the red one, the red 108 wide. Okay, Sharon, I'm putting this one in your basket right now. And the Irish chain I'm putting in Elaine's. Okay. Okay, S160 is at $7. That's for 23 8x8 blocks. So if you do charity quilts, these are really good price points for you. S84 is approximately 5 yards of crafty quality fabric. So about 5 yards of crafty quality fabrics. So these must be like 1 yards, and then this one is 2 yards. So they're kind of like a thin weight ginghamish. I don't know. Maybe for clothing, like a blouse, maybe. I mean, it's not really see-through. I don't know. I'm not that smart, okay? So you could do whatever you want with it. S84, we're going to start this bid at $4. It's about 5 yards of fabric. S84 is crafty quality according to whoever packaged this up, probably Karen, approximately 5 yards craft quality. S84, we're going to start that auction at $4. And then here we have S38 is $3 for some chili. So if you're doing those, do you remember those hip hop pads that we were doing? Virginia Robertson's pattern. This would be a great focal fabric, and then just find a green or something as the accent. S38, the auction is starting at $6. It is, let's see. It is about 2/3 of a yard, about 2/3 of a yard minus this rectangle. So 2/3 of a yard minus this rectangle. So still quite a bit of fabric. I would say more than a half a yard of fabric. S38 for the chili peppers. S38 for the chili peppers is starting at $6. And then okay, perfect, Tina. We got that. Okay, so we have Sharon 160. I don't have Doris here to keep me in track. 160, I believe. If I get this wrong, let me know. Sharon for $7. That was a good deal, Sharon. Sharon for $7. I'm just gonna make it 6 since nobody bid against you, and I know you're using it for charity. So we're just gonna make it 6 for you. And I super loved seeing you and your sister at the show. I was telling somebody, I wish that it was not so chaotic for me so that we could all go to like dinner or something. That would have been fun. But maybe we need to do a Fabric Chicks dinner or something next year. But then you guys would all have to come on Monday or stay till Sunday. S160. Oh, that's Sharon for $6.
So does Tina want the order deleted?
No, she wants it.
Okay.
I think she wants it. She just switched to Facebook.
Okay, got it.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Tina, but I think you still want the order. You just switched to Facebook. Okay, and then I think Victor is at $4. Victor is, oops. Somebody saved me a dead pin. Notman Financial Company. Okay, we're gonna throw that away. We don't have time for that. Victor for $4. And then S38. S38. We have Victor for $6. This one is gonna make super cute pot holders, I think. Victor for $6. And then 159 is some vintagey fabrics. You've got quite a bit of this turquoise and red and pink, and then you've got some smaller squares. So quite a bit. $5. S159 is starting at $5. S159 is starting at $5. Let's see here. We've kind of commingled, and I only have myself to blame today. I've commingled the auctions and what we've already had on sale. Okay, perfect, Tina. S159 is starting at $5. 159 is starting at $5. It looks like we have 2 half yards of Laurel Birch Christmas. So whoa, we had a little landfall over here. Okay. It looks like 2 half yards of Laurel Birch Christmas. Let me just double check. A little bit over 2 yards. So you've got this cute one here, and then the stocking. So 2 half yards of Laurel Birch with the gold metallic. S68 is starting at $6. S68 is starting at $6. And I'll give you a couple minutes to put that in while I dig under the table. I haven't been here, so I don't know really what's under the table. Okay. So you just never know what we're gonna save around here. S68 is at $6. 159 is at $5. Get your final bids in so that I can clear up space. 159 is going to Mary Lou for $5. Mary Lou, I'm waiting to see what you're gonna put inside that little rack that you rescued from the free table in the back. So if you're local, we do have a free rack at the back door, which is actually our front door. We have a free rack that we keep pretty much full of stuff. I took everything that was on there because that was on there while we were at the show. So it's been on there for like a week or a week and a half. I took everything off of it, put it in a box, and uh, Catherine will take it to the thrift store tomorrow. She loves it when she can take stuff from Fabric Chicks to the thrift store. She doesn't know. Sometimes I go back to the thrift store and buy it back. Uh, no, I haven't had to buy it back yet, but sometimes when she sneaks stuff out of the shop, I really am tempted. But then I think I really am on overload anyways. So here is a one that would actually go with this. S80 is a lightweight for crafts, it says. 2 yards, 22 inches. 2 yards, 22 inches. And I lost my Sharpie. I'm standing right here. Where could, well, when all this stuff's just get a new one out of the box. I don't know why we can't keep track of anything around here. Oh, we should do a show and tell. Phyllis is wearing, if you guys are on Fabric Chick Stitch Along, which anybody is welcome to join Fabric Chick Stitch Along on Facebook. Phyllis, you want to stand up so they can see your outfit? She posted on the Stitch Along. That's where you guys can post what you're making or what you're working on. So Phyllis did a very cute little. You have to come over here more. A very cute little summer dress out of some of our fall fabrics.
Tent dress.
It's a tent dress. It's very roomy and comfortable. Like we all wish we were wearing that right now. Very cute. And that was a McCall's pattern. How long did it take you to sew it up?
Oh, several days.
Several days. Okay.
The hardest part is deciding where to put what color.
Always. The design is always the hardest. But I think you did very good. Yes, Jennifer Evans. Tomorrow the shop is open. This one we're just going to do 4 yards. That's $4. That is $2 a yard for the crafty quality. So you always need linings for projects and things. That would be a great lining, or St. Patrick's Day or whatnot. Okay, let's see. Mary Lou says the dress is wonderful. The shop is going to be open tomorrow, but don't tell Devin. Devin said that the shop, if you look on Google, it says we're temporarily closed. Devin has decided that we are on the overload and we're taking the month of July off. But I told him it's still June. But so then he said, well, we're going to take pre-July and July off, which when we say we're taking it off, we don't really mean we're taking it off. We're literally trying to sort out the taxes. Nevada is very different. In Nevada, when you promote a show, you have to collect all the taxes from all the vendors. But we have over a third of the vendors did not turn in their paperwork. So trying to track it down has been like I spent the entire day making phone calls, and I can assure you that vendors who make my life difficult won't be invited back because I do not have a whole day in my life to waste trying to track down because they couldn't follow the rules. But tomorrow is another day. Okay, Karen is S68 at $6. 68 is at $12, Karen. I don't know if you can see the YouTube and Facebook. I don't think you guys can see each other's comments, but 68 on Facebook is at $12. 68 on Facebook is at $12. Do you remember the pattern number?
It's on the.
It's Donna. It's on the Stitch Along. Just look for Phyllis's post. She did post a picture of it on there. 68 is at $15. And Lindemeyer, it is beyond a nightmare because some of them wrote their checks out to Nevada State Board, which they have to write their check out to Fabric Chicks because we have to do one electronic payment for all of the vendors. So it literally is probably the worst part of the show so far. The ceiling falling in at the Grand Sierra on the classroom was so much less stressful than trying to collect the taxes. Um, it's kind of crazy.
And it was sewage coming out of the ceiling.
It wasn't sewage, was it?
Yeah.
It was?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was a pipe that.
I think it was a sewage pipe.
Oh, that's gross because one lady that was cleaning it up looked up and a whole glop fell right on her face. It was.
We had to leave the room a different way.
Yes. Yeah, because they had the big ladders and things out. Yeah, it was an adventure for sure. It was an adventure for sure, but everything pretty much went very smoothly. Okay, S80. S80 is for the solid green, kind of a more crafty quality, I think. There's 2 yards there. S80 is at $4, and I don't think we have any takers for that. S80 is at $4. S68 is Donna Baker for 15. Donna Baker for 15. And Donna, are you guys coming up to Tahoe or do you want me to ship your trash to treasures? Okay, this is a weird, I think maybe a curtain. I'm not really sure, but I thought it would be fun to make it into a jacket and maybe do some collaging of some big floral prints or something. I don't know. I just liked the texture. So it is just a fun, like upholstery fabric maybe, but I would definitely do it as a jacket just because that's what the backside looks like. And then it's got a gold metallic throughout it. It's just really kind of fun and funky. Or the background of a quilt and use this as the background and then do a big collage or a big flower on top of it. Just kind of different. I almost kept it for myself because I love those colors. It's 134 by 120. 134, 134 by 120. And we're going to start that at $7. I tried to look up the pattern to order it in Canada. None are available. Oh.
Do they have a Walmart in Canada?
Do you have Walmart, Victor? Did you get it at Walmart recently? Mm-hmm. Oh, I didn't even know Walmart was selling patterns. Okay, S130 is at $7. And then we have 2 panels, kind of Americana panels for the rooster lovers out there. S144 is $8. The auction's starting at $8. It'd be 2 cute pillows or focals on a quilt, or maybe even you could cut it out and put it on the back of a jean jacket and then use these as accents around it. It says welcome though, so you might not want that welcome on your jacket, but you've got this one and then you've also got Heart of the USA. So there's 2 cute little panels. Heart of the USA. You can make cute pillows. S144, the auction is starting at $8. S144, the auction is starting at $8. 144, the auction is starting at $8. And then we have, if anybody needs these, I've got 2 of them. Just type in that you want them. You could put your glasses in there or your scissors. 2 eye cases, I think. You could put your glasses in there, although mine are too big because I like those wide frames. But I could definitely put my pens in it, or scissors. So if you want the eyeglass cases, just type in you want an eyeglass case. Those are freebies. And I do have a bunch of patterns. I'm just going to write numbers on them so you can type in if you want them. I have high heel shoes. Let's see. I have high heel shoes, number 1 And this looks like it's a different copy, but everything was in there also. So it's kind of like the same pattern, but she loved it so much she did two. So we've got two of those. This one is three. Three is like a log cabin. Let me see where that is. A log cabin, that's three. This one's kind of a fun setting. Four. This would be a fun table runner. Five. If you want these were just already printed in her collection of patterns. And you know me, I can't throw anything away. So if you want it, this is six. Six is, I don't know, like a flying geese border or something. Seven is a, I'm not really sure what it is. Oh, it's a frog. It's a like somebody's shop pop frog. It's a cute little frog. Is number 7. 8 is a chicken. Paper piece chicken is 8. And oh, there's 3 of them. So you have 3 of the paper piece chicken. So if multiple people want them, I'll give you each one because you can make photocopies. 8. Oh, this one might be a good one for me to. Oh, the block is 12 inches. I was going to say this one might be a good star one, you know, for you guys if you want to help with the patriotic quilts. But it finishes at 12 inches. But we could take 12-inch ones and use them as cornerstones or something. There's no rules. You know, we can't follow the rules. Okay, there's number 9. And I do have a Quilt Folk magazine if somebody wants it. It's I've already read it, but they're really beautiful. But you know, I drown in magazines, so I think pass them on, let somebody else enjoy it. If you want the Quilt Folk magazine, just put that in, and then I'm going to finish up the auctions. I'm going to finish up the auctions real quick. S80. Did we have anybody for S80? S130. 130 is at $12. 130 is at $12. 144 is at $8. And nobody for 80. 80, 80, 80, 80. Going once, going twice, 80. Nope. Okay. I'll just throw that over here so I don't get confused. You know, it happens easily around here. 144, I think I only saw one. Beth, is there rules for the veteran star block? No, there's no rules. If you send, I mean, you could even send me 12-inch blocks. We get all kinds of things. I just made 9.5-inch star blocks because I just wanted something to give people guidelines. But if you sent me 12-inch blocks, we would figure out how to build a quilt around it. We just didn't want you to be overwhelmed thinking you had to do a whole quilt. Okay, 130 is at $12 to Donna Baker, I think. If I'm wrong, let me know. Donna Baker. Donna, that's a good price. I think you'll like it. I literally almost kept it for myself, but I have literally so much like stuff I want to upcycle upstairs. Is there a pattern for the yo-yo flag pillow? Oh, that was in our booth? Terry, the one that was in our booth? Yes. I do have a pattern for that. Can you just write down Terry for the flag pattern, the pillow pattern?
Terry wants what?
Terry wants the yo-yo flag pillow pattern. Our Walmart don't sell anything fabric. That is super crazy. Yes, Donna Baker. It is the long lost t-shirt. Aaron O'Brien, I believe you. Aaron O'Brien. Okay. So the t-shirt literally for the most part, for us running the quilt show for our very first time, an event that size is pretty incredible that it came off as smoothly as it did. our one and only thing that I could say was very kind of sad, but I totally get it because Amy has really been going through a lot. Um, and life, when you own a business and you are everything, we don't really give grace and allow you to deal with what's going on in your life. So I'm really trying to process that because I know that it's hard for all of us as we go through different obstacles in life. But it was very sad. We had Quilt Show Reno bedazzled um, shirts, and then on the back it was bedazzled, and it said WTF, where's the fabric? So I would have loved to have flooded the aisles with those shirts, like the visions I had of everybody wearing those shirts, and then everybody saying, where'd you get them? And then we say, oh, you got to sign up for classes on Black Friday. The advertising would have been fantastic. The marketing would have been great, but sometimes it's just not meant to be. So yes, Donna Baker, your shirt is in a pile. Devin has a big bag of all the shirts that we have to mail because we didn't get them till after the fact. So, and I don't know what happened. I haven't talked to her yet. But I think she couldn't get purple, but she didn't tell me. And so she did black. I have to admit, I like the black better than the purple, but I know for some of you who only want to wear purple, it's a little bit frustrating. But it just is what it is. So we're making the best of it, and we're just moving on. Next year, even though I did give her the order in January, but that's when her whole life fell apart. Next year, we'll just hope for the best. That's all I can say is we're going to hope for the best next year. Everybody's trying their hardest, and life is just sometimes harder than it should be. So that is my little rant on that. If it's your pattern, you can email it to me. Terry, if I am smart enough to figure out how to email it to you, I will. Okay, I think that I've answered everybody's questions. Thank you to all of you new people who joined us. It is kind of crazy. Pretty much everything and anything we do is a little bit crazy. But we really love that you chose to spend today with us. So that's all we have for today. Go sew something, post it on Fabric Chic Stitch Along. We love to see what you're doing. And we will see you next week, unless Devin says we have to for sure not work. But I think we'll see you next week because the week after, Devin and I are going to Ohio for a business meeting. So we have to do next week because we have to skip the next week. So I'm really trying to be consistent because I do miss you guys. All right, that's all I have. See you.
Aaron wrote asking, did anyone take 133 and 129?
The only thing that wasn't taken was S80. S80 is the only thing that wasn't taken. Well, so Donna, just so you know, Devin, I believe, put in a coupon for you or something that says if you wear your shirt to the show next year, you'll get a free cookie from Terry Suits or something like that. So you do have a letter, an apology letter in with your shirt and a free cookie awaiting you next year. Okay, I think that's it. All right, we'll see you guys next Wednesday at 4:00. Have a great week and post on Fabric Chic Stitch Along. We love to see what you're doing. Good night. Good night. Good night.